anything can happen on live television. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa learned that the hard way during a recent episode of Live. During a call-in segment, a viewer at home was censored after cursing at the talk show hosts. Keep reading to find out what happened. Mark Consuelos joined his real-life wife, Kelly Ripa, as host of Live in 2023. He was previously a guest host, but replaced Ryan Seacrest for good. The co-hosts have a funny segment called Stump Mark. Call-in viewers offer two statements, and Mark Consuelos has to decide which one is true within 60 seconds. If he doesn't, the player goes on to win prizes. One recent call-in viewer did stump Mark Consuelos, but then got stumped themselves during a trivia game. She proceeded to curse at the live hosts. We've had Alexandra Breckenridge on the show. She mentioned the names of two of her chickens. Mark Consuelos told the viewer named Rachel. He asked her to name one of the chickens to win a prize. Ugh, the at-home viewer said before dropping an expletive that was censored by the show. Kelly Ripa took the cursing in stride, replying, "I feel you." However, her husband was slightly taken aback by the unexpected swear word. Unfortunately, Rachel couldn't think of the correct answer and lost out on the prize. The chickens were named Crystal and Ruth. "Oh, Lord," Rachel said before the show cut to commercial. As live fans know, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos met decades ago when they both starred on ABC's soap opera All My Children. They eloped to Las Vegas, Nevada, a year after meeting on set. The couple went on to have 3 children, Michael, 28, Lola, 24, and Joaquin, 22. In addition to hosting Live with Kelly and Mark Consuelos has continued his acting career. He recently had a guest arc on ABC's 9/11. He has a role in the upcoming Scream 7 movie in early 2026. While Kelly Ripa has made guest star appearances on various shows over the years, she hasn't had a huge role since the sitcom Hope and Faith ended in 2006 after 3 seasons. In a candid interview with Entertainment Weekly, Kelly Ripa opened up about her decision to take a step back from acting. "It's not that I don't appreciate it, it's not that I don't love it. But I really am devoted to this show and my Let's Talk Off Camera podcast," she said. The former soap star added, "I feel like my plate is full. Also, we have 3 adult kids, and I like to be present in their endeavors. Our daughter, Lola, is now starting to perform in the music scene in London, so I like to be able to be present if she needs or wants me there." Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos teased an All My Children reboot a few years ago. But fans shouldn't expect to see her on it if it ever happens. The red live light had been glowing for exactly 14 seconds when Kelly Ripa felt it, that familiar electric buzz that hummed just beneath her skin every weekday morning. It was the sensation she'd learned to trust over decades in front of a camera. It meant the show was flowing. It meant the audience was with them. It meant, for better or worse, anything could happen. She flashed her signature smile toward the camera, legs crossed neatly, cue cards resting untouched on the glass table beside her. Across from her sat her husband and co-host, Mark Consuelos, leaning forward slightly, brow furrowed in concentration as he listened to the producer's voice in his earpiece. "Okay," Kelly said brightly, clapping her hands together. "It's time for Stump Mark." The studio audience erupted into applause. Mark groaned theatrically, dragging a hand down his face. "I hate this segment," he said. "It's designed to make me look like an idiot." Kelly tilted her head. "You don't need help with that." The audience laughed. Mark shot her a look, half mock offense, half genuine affection. After nearly 3 decades together, that was their rhythm. Tease, deflect, flirt, repeat. Let's bring on today's caller, Kelly said. Rachel from Ohio. Rachel, are you there? A slight delay crackled through the speakers. Then a woman's voice came on the line. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Mark. Good morning, Rachel. Kelly replied. You ready to play? As ready as I'll ever be, Rachel said with a nervous laugh. Mark straightened in his chair. Okay, Rachel, you know how this works. You give me two statements. One is true, one is false. I've got 60 seconds to figure out which one is real. If I fail, you win prizes. If I succeed, I win nothing, Rachel finished. That's correct, Mark said solemnly. Welcome to my personal nightmare. Kelly grinned. Rachel, go ahead. Rachel cleared her throat. Okay. Statement number 1. I once accidentally crashed a wedding while looking for the restroom at a hotel. Statement number 2. I taught my dog to skateboard. Mark blinked. Those are both deeply unsettling. Kelly leaned forward, intrigued. Skateboarding dog feels Instagram ready. Mark rubbed his chin. Crashing a wedding feels very human. Also very Ohio. The clock on the monitor began counting down. Mark launched into rapid-fire reasoning, asking Rachel questions, poking holes at her story, talking himself in and out of both possibilities. The audience laughed as he spiraled, overthinking every detail. The seconds ticked away. 10 seconds. Kelly called out. Mark's eyes widened. Okay, I'm going with dog on a skateboard. The buzzer sounded. Wrong, Kelly announced, throwing her hands up. The audience gasped, then applauded. Rachel hooped through the phone. Yes. Mark slumped back in his chair. I've been defeated again. Kelly beamed. Congratulations, Rachel. You've officially stumped Mark Consuelos. Rachel laughed breathlessly. This is the best day of my life. But the segment wasn't over yet. Rachel, Mark said, sitting up again. Before you go, we have a bonus question for you. Kelly turned to him. Oh, we do? Mark nodded. We do. Because earlier this week, we had actress Alexandra Breckenridge on the show. Kelly smiled. Lovely woman. Very talented. Very talented, Mark agreed. And she told us about her chickens. Rachel made a confused noise. Her chickens? Yes, Mark said. She has 2. She told us their names. If you can name just one of those chickens, you win an extra prize. Kelly raised her eyebrows. Pressure's on. There was a pause. A long one. Rachel sighed audibly. Ugh. The studio waited. Then beep. The sound cut through the air like a needle scratching vinyl. The expletive itself never made it to air, swallowed instantly by the broadcast delay, replaced by a sharp electronic sensor. The audience froze for half a second. Then Kelly burst out laughing. I feel you, she said, nodding emphatically. I feel that frustration in my soul. Mark's mouth fell open. His eyes flicked instinctively toward the camera, then to the producers behind it. He hadn't expected that. After years of live TV, he thought he'd heard all. Apparently not. Rachel groaned through the phone. I'm sorry. My mind went blank. Kelly waved a hand. It happens. Don't worry about it. Mark tried to recover. Okay, Rachel, take a guess. Silence again. I got nothing, Rachel admitted. My brain has left the building. The names were Crystal and Ruth, Mark said gently. Oh, Lord, Rachel sighed. The show cut to commercial. Backstage, the energy shifted instantly. Producers swarmed, headsets buzzing with overlapping chatter. Someone rewound the tape to confirm the censor delay had caught the swear word. Someone else checked social media, already lighting up with clips and comments. Kelly stood up, smoothing her dress, still chuckling. "Well," she said, "that woke everyone up." Mark exhaled slowly. "I did not see that coming." One of the producers grinned. "Welcome to live television." Mark shook his head, half amused, half stunned. "I've been acting for 30 years. I've done soap operas, movies, network dramas. Nothing prepares you for a random person swearing at you at 9 in the morning." Kelly patted his arm. "You handled it like a champ." He glanced at her. "You handled it like you enjoyed it." She smiled mischievously. "I live for chaos." That wasn't entirely a joke. Kelly Ripa had built her career on embracing unpredictability. From her early days on All My Children, where scripts changed at the last minute and emotions ran high, to her decades behind the desk on Live, she had learned that perfection was boring. The real magic happened in the mistakes, the flubbed lines, the awkward silences, the moments no one could plan. Mark was still adjusting. Though he'd guest hosted many times before officially taking over for Ryan Seacrest in 2023, this was different. This was permanent. This was daily. This was unscripted life with the woman he'd married in secret nearly 30 years earlier. And sometimes, unscripted life swore at you. That afternoon, clips of the moment spread across the internet. Headlines popped up within hours. Live caller drops F-bomb on air. Kelly Ripa's perfect response to censored curse. Mark Consuelos reacts to unexpected live TV moment. Kelly scrolled through her phone at home, curled up on the couch with a blanket and a cup of tea.